report about the economic growth and the unemployment rate of Philippines. As we all know, we are getting into the Asian community, so every country are going to compete each other to become a leader. And two of the factors that gonna dictate whether or not each country will be able to compete or not is economics and unemployment rate. This year, Philippines' economic growth has reached 6.6%, but it's still lower than what the government expected in October at 6.7%. It's also near the lower end of the range of the expected percentage, which is 6.5 to 7.5%. At this rate are supported by export and domestic consumption, infrastructure spending that makes the rate go higher. And it's also expected to be rising for another couple of years. However, Philippines also owned the highest unemployment rate at 7.3%. It is lagged by the International Labour Organization after the Indonesia at 6%. This might be because of the government failure to transfer the economic growth into the job opportunity for its citizens.
Good morning, teacher Chris. So today, I would like to interview you about the economic status of Philippines and Thailand, and also the unemployment rate of both countries. Since Philippines have 6.6% of economic growth, and Thailand has only 3% economic growth, and both countries have politics crisis. In the future, which country do you think is going to have a brighter future of economics?
Okay, I would think Thailand usually has 5 to 6% of economic growth each year. It does really well. In fact, have more than that sometimes. But I would think if the political crisis in Thailand sorts itself out and the country stabilizes, then that will continue and that will grow, because what Thailand has got is good infrastructure for businesses, Thai and foreign. There are a lot of foreign companies that come in and build factories and they export a lot of stuff, and that all depends. Foreign investors will keep using Thailand because it's already there, it's got good infrastructure. If the political crisis continues long term, then businesses are losing money, and then they will think about going elsewhere, which then would enable countries like the Philippines, especially with ASEAN opening up next year, countries like the Philippines to actually take that business, or businesses will invest elsewhere, because number one, the Philippines is a cheap country to invest in. There's a very cheap labour market, more cheaper than Thailand in some respects, but it doesn't have the infrastructure. So I think that the political crisis will sort itself out, hopefully, in my opinion, and the Thailand's economic growth will stabilise and then continue at a higher rate than the Philippines, simply because it's got everything here that investors already want, and the Philippines is a growing economy. So that's my opinion.
So how long do you think is it going to take for the government to recover the trust of foreigners to come and invest in Thailand?
I think the trust is already there. I think that what foreign investors want to see is an easing of the crisis, talking between both sides, and a political solution. There won't be any solution unless both sides talk. So it doesn't matter. It matters to Thailand how long that takes, because eventually business is business, and it's not very loyal. It will go elsewhere if it feels that it's not going to make much money.
So what do you think the government will do to improve its unemployment rate to be lower?
I think there's a limit to what a government can do. I think that there's not a lot of things that a government can do directly. But what a government can do is try to create an environment, in my opinion, where the private sector can perform better and be able to develop more jobs. Governments can start programs that create jobs. There's a history in my country, the United States, when the economy had collapsed. The government started new programs where they put people to work doing things to help the country. Teachers and people building kind of projects for the public, creating jobs in that way. But the budget, maybe they aren't able to do too much. What they can do that it can also help is help businesses grow and develop and create new jobs. They can offer maybe tax incentives or tax breaks to businesses, allowing businesses to make more money and create more jobs. But I think there's really a limit to what a government can do in a direct way. Sometimes they have to create an environment where the economy will grow.
Reported by Pichaya Bothagunavinya, TC's News.